Taking photos in the Iberá. The Iberá is one of the places that Celine Frères likes best. As a photographer, she's constantly in search of landscapes that integrate nature with traditions of a clear ancestral kind. Now she's in her element, during a cattle herding, with her camera capturing the future pages of a book about the Argentinian gaucho.
I do a lot of landscape photography and its people. I'm doing a book on gauchos and I came to cross the swamps on horseback to live this experience and take pictures for my book. I like it here because everything is authentic. At least in the places I've been to, it seems everything has always been the way it's today. This type of photography takes time and dedication. It's not just coming and taking a couple of shots. You have to know the people, to be there and see what they're like to get that perfect picture you're after.
Like in a studied aquatic choreography, the canoe men blend with the herders to guide the animals. It's an event almost exclusive to the Iberá, where the traditions of the Argentinian gaucho blend with customs that are the product of living on water.
I like to convey what I'm feeling in each place, like the intensity of a place, to feel the warmth, to feel the people, to feel the closeness when watching a photo. I find the Iberá has a very special feeling. You feel you're the first person who got there, that nobody has been there before. You feel in the wild.
With the herding in the Iberá, Celine has unique material for her book. But to put the life of the Corrientes gaucho in context, she must dedicate some time to the scenery and its biodiversity. Although nature is not her main theme, Celine makes good use of her visit to a ranch and captures the fauna. Now a rear gives her images that are suitable for her book about the gaucho. Few species are as emblematic of the Argentine pampas as this huge flightless bird. Later, a group of herons at dusk promises excellent pictures. This is the time when the herons fly back to the colony for the night. Hundreds of them crowd the bushes. It's just a matter of waiting for the right shot. For Celine, as for every photographer, her raw material is the light. Light is a quality of the landscape, and in the Iberá, it is a plot that entwines the wild and unique nuances of nature.
What I like from here is, well, the colors. They have saturation also in the Iberá. And the water, and the lights. I usually shoot in the early morning or in the late afternoon, but only here because the sun is so strong. So the experience of the early morning or the late afternoon is a moment I love. The light dims, but it's still so strong, and it has shades. I love it.
Now Celine is taking pictures of a vizcacha, typical of the Pampas fauna. It might seem insignificant, but besides the fact that they are part of this environment, they are night animals, and to photograph them in daylight is an event that rarely occurs outside the Iberá.
Yo no me especializo en fotografía de fauna.
I don't specialize in fauna photography, and I'm impressed by how many there are and by how tame they are. You can get real close to them. It's easy to take pictures here, because it's full of animals and they're tame, and this shows there's a lot of care for the environment.
Tiene que ver con el cuidado que hay también de todo el ambiente.
The Vizcacha seems to meet Celine's needs, while the photographer looks for the ideal angle for the shot. Now comes a moment Celine has been waiting for. The annual Colonia Pellegrini festival brings together staff from the local ranches in a picturesque parade with horses and riders dressed according to the traditional ways of Corrientes.
El desfile me gustó mucho porque es como muy autóctono.
I like the parade because it's very native. I'm not referring to the clothes, the silver and the like, but rather that you see people who are proud of participating in the parade and of being part of all this. People come from the interior to the Iberá just to participate in this parade.
Del interior del Iberá para participar del desfile.
Then, during the barbecue, groups performing chamamé folk music create the atmosphere to dance. The couples dance away while Celine takes precious shots for her book. Later, Celine contacts Juan Ramón Díaz Colodrero at an exhibition by the nature photographer in Colonia Pellegrini. Both photographers, with distinct aesthetic interests, share an art that brings them together to work in the Iberá, beyond their normal subjects of interest and beyond their technique. Deep down, photographers see themselves as peers in their constant desire to immortalise an important and transcendent moment in a shot. The subjects of the Iberá are, for these artisans of imagery, what the characters are for a novelist, a being whose identity emerges as a product of art itself. Meanwhile, Celine is still after her perfect photo in the Iberá.